How's it going, ladies and Bruce? Up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Now, I don't want to talk to these kids anymore. They're driving me up the bloody wall. But we've got a lot to figure out. We've got to figure out how to cut this guy down. We really do. So we're going to go into town, and we're going to find a dock worker to help get that body down. Even though they might be the ones that put it up there in the first place. But, you know, they don't want to incriminate themselves, I'm sure. So let's go see if we can find somebody. I assume over here is going to be the place to look, right? These people all over here. Hey.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Nah, I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work.
He's got a weird voice, yeah.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
That's not the question I
Shame
want to
on
ask.
you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points a finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, scab.
Scab. The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbour too. Have fun, he snorts. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're gonna let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? I'm interviewing a people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. I know nothing about a murder. His reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing? Wouldn't put it past these harbour bugs, they'd do anything to stay alive. He shakes again. He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you. That's shameful, cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. Really isn't my area of expertise. We're not picking sides in this just yet, sir. Pity. He turns around and bellows at the gates. Let us work. Who are all these strike workers? Look around. Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut. If we came here to help the labour run smoothly in times of crisis. If union fucks don't want to work, they ought to let in those who do want to work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow me because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy. Because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do. What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work. He pointed at the gates. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you're unable to breach the entrance? Main gate's locked. It would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk there, either. He points to the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer or whatever he is. Head measurer? Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel's right behind him. How bad could one guy be? You seem capable. Bad. The man glares at you, standing on a narrow bridge. He's got a strategically advantageous position, and he's trained. I don't know how Union has trained killer up there, but this one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Have you considered storming in like all of you? Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they have plenty of criminal shit. They have that look. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they'll give up eventually, or get drunk, leave the button unguarded, then we charge. The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. Alright. So where's the staircase? This staircase.
Scab?
Asks the man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with Flask. He reaches for from time to time. What did he just call you? A fag. Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy, he means the leader of the scabs. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Murderer? Sounds like a lot of hard work. You'll never see me investigating a murder. I have no idea what I'm doing! He whispers back, that's okay, I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. He thinks and then decides, don't tell me. It's better, it's a better day that way. I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation. Body still hanging in the tree? He rubs his chin as if pondering his core beliefs. Aye, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. Not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone from the Union can render assistance, he shrugs. Does that mean you can let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way? That's simple, I just walk in. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Past Measurehead? Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Seminese supremacist there. He points to the bridge above the gates. Walk right past him. Right. Then press the button to unlock the door. Uh-huh. Then go past him again. Okay. And you enter the harbour through the office. Esther. So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert his Seminese supremacist worldview, or he strokes his moustache. Maybe it actually is completely impossible. Has anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Not yet, no. He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess. He's incredibly strong. Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix. Has he got any of the scabs? Have any of the scabs tried to convert his worldview? Jean-Luc himself would say that philosophy is proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. I'm a bit short on money now. Can you give me some of it? Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out. He flips a coin towards you. Let it fall on the ground. Oh, sorry, Fred. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbour folk do. Comes naturally. Much appreciated. Pick up the coin. Right. Always glad to help out. We're on the same branch, you and I. Not like these Slytherin scabs. Alright. Let's go talk to this guy. I'm sure that he'll be totally reasonable. Right? In case of strike, press button behind guard. Cool. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. A chat can't hurt. A chat, I mean, probably.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
I'm a cop.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get in the harbour.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic, and I need the dead body to no longer be in the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there. That fat racist over there. Point to the racist lorryman. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers.
Quaker.
But now
Potato
the
obsessed.
ascent
Sounds
to
like
the
me.
genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get the corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Oh, that's very sweet.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Wool, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, there's a peaceful solution. You could internalize Measurehead's own race theory. He would take you as one of his own. No way! I like the punching idea more. Do it now! Knock him out! Dude, did we do it? Just like that, your instinct took over. A solid strike straight to the throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft plate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sound of the harbour is falling silent. He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalate it. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer. Well, Half-Light, you always seem to know what to do. Right hook it is. Knock him out. Uh-oh. Oh god, wrong move. Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel. Say it. I'm a degenerate drunk. Take the pain, goddammit. At least take that. How did this happen? I was winning. You were, but then you made a wrong move and now your skull feels like it's about to crack. Try to wiggle yourself loose of his grasp. Even under the increased force on the skull, there is no pain. Just the sound of your own blood gushing in there, feeding your mind with oxygen. You're a poor player of physical chess. He lets go of your head, you slump to the ground. Oh, if I try again, he'll kill me. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? To be vulgar, white or not, has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs deeper than that. He turns his eyes towards the harbour, seemingly bored with you. But you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Enough of this. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. I'm not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble of permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features that should dispel any doubt. True, but that is a noble cranium. But you got a hard noggin yourself. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, is not entirely free of throwbacks in this phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be smaller. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly atavistic stigmata. That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes plenty? Babe, thanks. The tattoos on his face form a smile, but I got this. Alright, let's try and take him out again. That didn't work. How did this happen? Your little fist in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts. You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. The pressure in your head has become unbearable. Say it. I'm a degenerate drunk. Fuck you. Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more. The words to the song have changed. Say I'm a violent drunk. No. Your hand twists in his grip. Still, you press the words through your swollen mouth. Good. He releases your hand. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organism any further. Oh, I can't do it again? I mean, I can do this, but I don't want to. So I don't want to subscribe to his advanced race theory. Not that I've got a choice. Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are. Do you? The lieutenant looks at you. This is for the thing. The lieutenant looks towards the harbour electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh. You are obviously a liberal seolite, the man tells him. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology, and your satirical choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile C to F race cauldron of pederastry. Which one do you need education on? Type A? Those are the Seminese, the Arapagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are ridden with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They're all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. Who are the Maun? You know them by the names. Oh my god. I don't really want to go into all of this. Who are the type A then, in your view? I don't really want to go over all this. Can we just skip this? You need to internalize what you have heard here today. Then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. Goddamn, I wish I just knocked his ass out. It nearly worked. We nearly knocked him out. Then I gotta go into his race theory bullshit. God damn it. I really don't want to internalize that crap. Maybe I can get... Can I get rid of it once... I don't think I can I? Am I stuck with it forever if I internalize it? I don't really know how that works. Am I gonna be a permanent racist? You want to talk to me?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk. I was trying to assert my dominance over him. We're not here on some political quest. We're here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is. But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero. We're not here on some political quest. We're here to solve a crime. Okay, yeah. I can't promise that. I might attack him again. The lieutenant groans but doesn't say anything. It's true, I might. Knowing me, if I could heal up, then I'll come back. I'll attack him again. The Greater Revocol Industrial Harbour. Maybe I can get more info out of this guy. Can you help me out here, man? I need a healing for a
Nice
start.
aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Okay. Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there. No. He slowly shakes his head. I'm not a fighter, I'm a worker. But you're a huge guy, I'm sure that'll help. Well, you could at least help me cut down the dead guy. That'd be handy. I need a heal. I'm very hurt. Because I refused to back down to him. I thought I might earn his respect, but it didn't work. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hand and there's a warm smile on her face. The photo is an amber type, from a turn of the century, as golden as her smile. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask you some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait,
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. You're the boss, I guess. Someone's the boss. And it's probably not me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I told that guy. He didn't know what he was doing either. So, at least we're in good company. Horseback Monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointed toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. What's this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revocol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane. What did this king do? Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philippe was known for his profligious, I don't even know what that word is. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century greatest superpowers, the Suzerain of Revocol. Whoa. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the Anticentennial Revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy, and the Insuliandian Isola. And he managed to blow through the entire national treasury. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon, instead of a bed like a normal person. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. But wait, you haven't even heard about the fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian blow. Allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple Philippian cocaine was purple. There's a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. That was what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains into the Insulian Bay. Where is he buried now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. I'll never be able to say that word properly. A group of marbled florents still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. What happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution when Martinez was levelled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing might have ultimately saved the statue. if the communards had more time, they would have reduced it to even finer pieces. Who restored the monument? Some years later, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Rivercoal in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. This is brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. People at Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philippe III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either. Well, that was fun and interesting. Let's see what else we can find around here. We need someone to talk to. Now we have to internalize being a racist as well. Don't forget that. Which I'm not stoked about. Gotta tell you. Not stoked. What's in here? Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. Let's have a talk to you.
Welcome to Fripp. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine. What's that magazine she's reading? What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colourful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing. She pops her raspberry flavoured bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you, before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile. Before we go on, what is this frit?
I don't know. Fripp?
She shrugs. And what is frit?
A 7-Eleven grocery store.
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes on that normal frit with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Friedefort, was already taken. So when Frit Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Did you know the man who died? Not really? Not really? Does that mean you knew him a little? No. I didn't know him at all. How long's it been up there? I don't know. Really long? What do you think happened? I don't know. No need to worry. The lieutenant's voice is soothed and professional. This is standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay? Thanks for your help. Uh-huh. She brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. Alright, well, we're out of time for this episode. I'd like to heal so I can go back and punch that guy in the head. But that's locked now because I failed twice. I thought with 5 into physical... I thought with 5 points into physical, we'd be a shoo-in to knock his ass out. We nearly had him. If I just kicked him instead of punched him, we would have been good. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.